and been having to do that.
Did we ever get the bank straightened out, or are we still?
No.
At this point, unless there's any objections, we'll just, I'll have to hand Jim, but we'll just get you to sign checks. Until we just find somewhere to go and draw this out and move it somewhere.
Or some more banks to go to.
You know, we're not limited to Gallatin or Lebanon or somewhere it's a national chain.
Right.
So if the club ever finds itself in Florida or
Well, Lloyd said he'd rent out his place real cheap there, right on the beach and dark. And it's a 8-hour drive, and figure 1 to 2 hours for stops and to get something to eat.
About 10 hours?
Yeah, no longer. I was doing it at 9. Of course, I wouldn't, you know.
How fast
No, I was driving speed limit.
we have?
Yeah.
Just
You
maybe
said
we just
Well, a
might have-
helicopter pilot be blazing down.
No, whenever I was down at Fort Rucker, the cops had a affinity for stopping us helicopter
I'm a
pilots.
speed limit guy too, so.
And so I know Brainbridge and a bunch of others, them, that when it says 45, you better be doing 45.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And that's a bad part there, you know. You could get there a lot quicker if you didn't have to go down to, you go 65 and all, and then it's 45. And you sit there and you get out there and it's 65, and you get 65 and it's 45, and you're just, you know, up and down like that, you know.
And going through little small towns, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I use a Garmin and it locates the speed zones,
Uh-huh.
and I look on there. So sometimes I don't see the sign.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah, because they run you.
Oh,
This little Windows phone does it too, and it beeps when you're in their speed zone. If you hear it beeping, slow your butt down, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Have you traveled 331 much?
Yeah.
Is that better than 231? Although 231's 4 lanes pretty much all the way.
I like to come by, it's a little bit longer, but, what was that town you're talking about, while ago?
Brainbridge,
No,
Ozark,
no.
Troy?
No, the big one.
Oh, Dolphin,
No, it's.
Ozark?
No, the one you want on the beach. Just have
Oh,
brain freeze.
Panama City?
Panama City, yeah, I like to come by there, because going down that road, all the way down, I get to see a lot more of the ocean, or the Gulf coming down through there. If I come in straight in, and it saves a few minutes, all I see a few palm trees, other than
Yeah.
that, it's just swamp down through there, which is okay, but I'd rather look at the water.
Yeah, the alligators weren't eating marshmallows when we were there. There was 2 or 3 of them out there. The big one got stuck in the Walmart drain, and they pulled him out and relocated him to, he was 15 foot, and they relocated him to one of the other swamps. And the 2 others that were there were 11 feet, and they weren't eating
I used to
marshmallows.
look at the fish around the Eufaula,
Uh-huh.
Alabama, it's right on the Georgia-Alabama
Right.
line, and fish there, until the gators got so plastic big, I got scared.
Yeah,
And those baskets are, you're not, but just a little bit off the water.
yeah.
And one sweep of that tail, they can knock you right out of that water. They're getting hungry.
And they'll come in the boat after you too. They ain't shy.
If they're hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's all right. We're here to talk, have fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, of course, last meeting, we discussed getting a hotel collimator, we watched the video, we discussed it. We weren't exactly sure how, we weren't exactly sure how to use it. We had some idea, we all kind of like, So we've discussed, we're visiting David Craig to go see his collimator. We haven't set a date yet. And I'm gonna call, if we get a chance, I'm gonna call him here in a while, and we'll talk to him about it. Cause he was thinking maybe this Saturday, we could meet here.
If I can come or not, I've got in-laws coming in.
Fine,
My
we'll
daughter
discuss it.
and her husband, and we've got baby, she's expecting a girl. So it's all week, it's gonna be baby showers, and go for this, go for, all that stuff all weekend. So Plan on going to- Then next weekend, you know, then the next weekend I'm gonna be in Gallup. I got a board meeting up there, so.
We may have to go without you.
Then I get 4 of you. Well, you probably won't go, will you?
With the way my schedule is, it just varies, and I was recently elected president of a different association with the Macon County Local Team Convention. I was the vice president, now I was volunteer.
Volunteer.
You were
That
elected.
sounds familiar.
That's good.
Boy, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Of course, you mentioned Colin David here in a little while. What does the club owe you for?
Who's that?
Just tell you what.
I sent a few different checks, one for Stormy in the Parks. And you have a minimum of 5 members. And just to give it more credibility, I joined that and put 5 names in there. So, I was talking to Rocky, and he's the one who gave me the idea for all that to start with. He said, "Would you put me down?" I said, "You didn't need to be there." I said, "You got AL membership through Diary there, just be duplication." I said, "If you ever leave the place, let me know, and I'll put you right on there."
He's never gonna leave.
No, not on purpose, he won't. He loves the place. Good job up there.
And maybe where Jim's at tonight.
Could be, yeah. Could be. He's volunteering, yeah.
But he said they had most of their programs on Friday nights, though. I'll go ahead and let you put your name down there.
Haven't learned the name yet, have you?
Well, I get in a hurry and
Well, I spell it with
Don't worry.
3 or 4 L's every once in a while. I was looking at that.
How do you
That ain't
spell it?
right.
Is that it? Is that right up there?
LLOY.
Is it L-O-Y-O-D? L-O-Y-D? Okay.
It's an odd looking small L in it.
Yeah.
Like a 7.
Looks like a one.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the capital L, just turned upside down.
Let's see, did you mark it in here?
There's
Upside
no,
down,
If
backwards.
not, you need to put it on
yeah.
let's start it on here. Let me put it down there for you.
Yeah, go ahead and put it back in, yeah.
That's a check.
Yeah, it
I'm
wasn't
gonna put it
voided.
on-
It's voided, go ahead and,
Oh, wait, is it?
yeah. All those right there are voided for some reason.
Okay, let's start it here
I still got it right up,
then. I'm gonna put,
right up for everything the club owes me. I ain't done that for myself.
That's the first check's been written.
Yeah.
39. You can write above it and below it, so.
Let's see, before I turn it over to Lloyd to do his thing, just quick, yay or nay, or does everybody want to keep the website going? Because do that, it's due time.
Yes,
I think it's worthwhile.
yes, I'm with Jack. I'm with Jack.
It's been a huge help, at least for me, knowing, when exactly the dates are, even if I sometimes can't make it.
I make a motion to keep it.
Okay.
You with Jack?
Say
You got a
again,
second?
Anybody?
I got my signature on there. I
Yeah.
don't think they let me.
All right, well, let's see.
It'll probably be a year before I put this, I keep forgetting to put stuff
We'll send you a
5 years.
monthly reminder.
Okay.
Cash the check.
in.
Where's my name go?
For WCBA.
They got lost.
Got your check?
Okay.
I better get some cash, so I'll put it right here. So I don't forget. Oh, that's quick. Good
What
one.
number?
And go by some days. Tools.
Hit save again. So you save it.
Well, your turn.
Okay.
Oh,
We were- The last meeting, we were talking about a Collimation tool or system for SCTs. This kind of telescope here, Schmidt-Castle Marine telescope. And so I've got a system that I use. It seems to work pretty well. But one thing about it, it doesn't cost $500.
Yeah.
Now, have any of you seen a artificial star?
Yeah.
You have? You have.
On magazines at least.
No, I mean, see it in real.
Oh,
See how it looks.
Oh.
We're getting ready to see one. Now, what I'm gonna do is show you this, show you how it looks first, talk to you a little bit about that, but then I'm gonna show you the procedure that I use to collimate. And it starts prior to this. Now this is the next, this is the last step in collimation for me. Instead of using a star overhead, it moves, and if I'm not tracking too well or whatever, or I bump the scope and it's off, and then I have to jimmy it back. Or I can go to Polaris and use that. It's a 2.2 magnitude. Probably should have a little bit brighter star, but this works really well. It's a static situation. You don't have to worry about anything moving unless you bump it, and it just has served me very well. So what I'm going to do, got the star on, it's focused, and if you all want to, you can come up and look at this. Now this is collimated pretty well, so you just come up and take a peek at it if you like. Now for collimation, you see the concentric rings going out from the central shadow. That dot you see in the middle is the central obstruction from the mirror here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's all that is right there. Yeah, and then you see the
What do you use that scope
refractory
on,
rings going
Lloyd?
out from there. Pardon?
What do you use that scope on?
I haven't used that scope. I've used it to observe with a little bit, but I bought that really inexpensively off Astromart. You're real cheap, so that's why I bought it, because it was just so cheap. And the guy says, I talked to him, he says it was an excellent scope, but I thought probably in the future, I've got a little fast star lens I can put here. I can use it for astrophotography.
Is that the fast star cable?
Yeah. Yeah, it's-
Oh, yeah, I
You
see
see the fast star right here?
Yeah, I see the,
Yeah. I got Bob's knobs on it right now. And that's, I know you don't have to collimate these too often, but when you do, Bob's knobs are the best thing in the world to have, because you can actually turn them with your fingers. You don't have to use a little Allen wrench or something to turn it. I've got a Dahl Kirkham 210, Takahashi 210, and that came with little screws, and you got a little Allen wrench to turn it, and that's the darndest thing. And they get bumped out of collimation pretty easy. That thing's just driven me nuts. But using this, and setting it up, I can collimate it and get it right back in pretty quickly. But it's totally different. It's not totally different, but it's different from this one. I'll show you how it's different. One thing is, it doesn't have a correction plate. So, with that Dahl Kirkham castle grain, this has a plate, obviously. Anybody else want to look at it, or I guess you're okay? Yeah. So you see what this looks like. It's collimated perfectly. Now, let me show you. We'll go in reverse and show you the first step. So, I won't be using this anymore. I'll show you how I would. Sometimes they get bumped so bad that the mirror is way off and you can't even see a star in it, okay? I've got one, I had an 11-inch Celestron FCT that I bought from a guy, again off of Astromart, very cheap. Got in, and I couldn't even see a star in it. It was that far out of collimation. So by the time I got through collimating it, it was a very good scope. So let me bring this over there. Very careful with this glass. Okay. And I'll show you how I started out. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
She got your good
So you're
side.
shooting your.
Sorry.
I was gonna say something else.
Yeah. Okay. Kendrick, bought off of, where would I buy it?
Astro.